Bon dia, good morning guys. Welcome back to our farm here in central Portugal, and welcome back to us because we've been away in the UK. We went for 5 days last week for Iwan's sister's wedding, which was lovely. We went to the Lake District, which is really beautiful, and the one day of the week that it didn't rain was the wedding day, so it was perfect. We missed Diogo and Frankie though. They went to the pet hotel. They actually really like it there, which is a relief. The staff was so lovely, and a big thank you to our friends Janine and Thomas that kept an eye on the cats and chickens and also picked the dogs up for us. So they were home when we got home. We also missed the first heat wave of the year. It got up to 38 degrees whilst we were away, and I can tell the land feels really dry. Our automated watering system with the sprinklers worked really well though, so the garden is still alive but very, very, very wild. That's our job for this week. It's cooling down now. We've got nice temperatures this week, and that's a relief because there's a lot of work to do outside. Yeah, we've come back, and I don't know if it's the combination of the wet spring and now this warmth, but the grass has all grown again, so Iwan has a lot of work to do, but hopefully this is kind of the final big clearing. I think he's just going to try and get it all done this week, the whole land. Yeah, normally there's the deadline for clearing the land. It's just around your house and along any roads, but we like to just keep the land completely clear, and the deadlines kept getting extended this year. So I think it's normally the end of April, then it got pushed to the end of May, and now it's mid-June. I think because we've not had too much heat, so machinery is still usable and the fire risk isn't too high yet. But yeah, that's why we have to keep the land clear, is for the fire risk. If we have tall grass and there's a fire, the height of the grass means the trees can set on fire, so by keeping it all low, if there did happen to be a fire, it would just spread through the low grass quickly and hopefully not catch the trees. And then the other thing for me is to finally get on top of the garden. I've been so out of action this spring from the first trimester of being pregnant. I think it's one of the hardest couple of months of my life. Yeah, being pregnant is very uncomfortable that first trimester, and yeah, the garden got very abandoned. I am finally feeling better. I only have sickness after dinner now normally, and yeah, my energy's back. I've not got that fatigue that makes you feel like you're walking through mud. So I'm really excited to get back in the garden because I love it. But it's been actually really nice to just let it go, and there's been lots of wildflowers, and now as I'm weeding it, I'm kind of uncovering the things that have survived, and I can kind of see the work of the last 5 years, and things I've planted are still all there. We also put all the pots from the veranda into the pathway so that they would get watered whilst we were away as well, and I'm sure Iwan's going to put it all back together. That deck is his pride and joy, and yeah, we've got some really nice plants, so I think that's what he's going to do today as well. Yeah, it's really nice to be back, and I'm excited for the months ahead now. We still haven't heard anything about the land next door. We're hoping that they're going to come to do their land clearance before mid-June, so hopefully we'll bump into them, because we also do just need to talk to them about the back wall that we spoke about in the previous video. So yeah, things are not yet moving forward with that, but that's fine. We've got lots to be getting on with. But yeah, we'll keep you updated on what's going on with that. I'm going to get back to the chaos garden. Whilst Joanne's pottering about on the deck, I thought I would tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Torras, who have sent us their Coolify personal air conditioner. As most of you know, one of our biggest challenges is the summer heat that we face here in central Portugal. It gets up to 47 degrees Celsius, so we're always open to trying anything that might help us keep a bit cooler. It's not just a neck fan, as it also includes thermoelectric cooling plates on the back with 122 pairs of cooling particles, providing instant relief directly to your skin, whilst also having the airflow of the fan to cool you down. The airflow blows both upwards and downwards with 41mm blades and a 5000 RPM motor to give fast, constant cooling. Weighing just 395 grams, it is adjustable to different neck sizes. Its high density battery offers up to 24 hours of fan time, 6 hours of cool time, and also 6 hours of heat, as it can also be used on cold days to warm you up. They also sent us their Coolify IVA, which is the smallest high-speed handheld fan. Not only is it one of the fastest, but it also has the same cooling plate in the centre, which can help reduce the airflow by about 10 degrees Celsius. And I don't know if it's recommended, but I also just like pushing it onto my cheeks when the plate's really cold. It's lightweight, portable, and can last up to 12 hours on a single charge. If you'd like to check out the Coolify range, you'll find a link in our description below. And a big thank you to Torras for sponsoring this video and also helping us to keep cool. Much needed. Even today, it's already starting to get pretty hot.
Right, I'm not totally sure how well you can hear me. I can't really hear me very well because I've got this on. It does work remarkably well, you know. Quite surprised really, because with this heat sometimes it's almost like nothing can actually take the edge off, but with a hat on it kind of reflects some of the wind back down. Yeah, this little cold plate on the back really does get cold. Anyway. Oh, hi sausage. Come on then. Come on. Anyway, we've just got back from some food shopping and we stopped off at Mina Planta and Agriloja to pick up some more plants, as you do. Even more to get in the ground and do something with. Also bought two water lilies for Nick and Andrea to put in their pond. Hopefully they survive. And we have some more plug plants, some peppers, I think that's aubergine. Oh, we found rhubarb, absolute classic, so fingers crossed that doesn't dry out. You want to get lost, Frankie? Sorry. We found some melons that have the flowers on, so I figured that's slightly more chance of successful melon. And did you know that melon plants like this actually smell like melons? It's remarkable. I never knew that. Beautiful. So fingers crossed we will get a melon this year. I'm determined. Anyway, it's far too hot to be putting those in the garden, so we'll leave those there for now. I might actually plant some melons in a pot up here so we can keep an eye on them. I am determined to grow a melon. It's warm. Yeah, apparently it's actually quite good for plants. Really? Yeah, it helps activate the roots. The tricky thing with this year so far is that 3 weeks ago it had rained every day for 3 weeks, and now it hasn't rained for 3 weeks. So you very quickly go from not having to think about watering and keeping on top of things to it being very, very important. And if you miss a couple of days, everything's gone. Which is pretty much where we're at now. So summer is here.
Just put the tarp down.
Yeah.
On top of the... It's just so much work to get it all. And see the difference?
Yeah. Nasty. Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? It's warm today. Tomorrow's supposed to be cooler. We have a lot of grass to cut. An awful lot of grass to cut. It's been one of those really annoying years where there was so much rain and no sun that as soon as it switched over, the grass has gone crazy, and it has gone crazy for weeks now. It just keeps growing. According to the forecast, that's pretty much us done for rain now until September, bar the odd couple of days. So, yep, my plan is to try and get everything done in the next couple of days before the heat really kicks in. A few of you mention, it's one of our most common comments, is why don't we get goats or livestock to help with the grass? So I tried to work it out, and from my workings out, I have concluded that it's about 12 hours of strimming, say from Christmas until summer. So it's not actually that big a time sort of commitment. It's a lot of work. This year's been a lot easier because my friend Dan has been able to lend me his lawnmower, which has made a huge difference. It's just much less sweaty. But yeah, so then with the livestock, firstly there's cost, which you never really know what it is because of vet bills and whatnot. Then it's building housing for them, general upkeep time. So like, for example, I really want a donkey. One day we'll get a donkey. We'll have the kid first and then we'll look at it. But again, so you have to build a paddock for it, you have to build a stable for it. It's how much it eats, what you do with the manure, because one donkey produces quite a lot of manure. So yeah. Sheep, really noisy. We've got some neighbours about 200 metres away. You can hear them all the time. Goats, everybody that we know that's bought goats has got rid of them for varying reasons. So we're going to learn from their experience rather than our own. And we're definitely not going to get any goats. They do a lot of damage to trees. We've got grapevines everywhere. They won't last long. So therefore then you need to fence them, and then that kind of takes away the whole point because then you have to cut the rest of the grass. So, yeah. Hopefully one of these little robot lawnmowers will get in touch and we'll give that a test. Might work. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to get cutting some grass.
So we went and got more plug plants yesterday because I have sown no seeds. I don't think it's just having been bedbound in pregnancy, but I think also just the weather has really just not been very inspiring. So yeah, I've got nothing growing and the beds are looking quite empty. So we are relying on plugs this year. Nothing wrong with that. It makes it sometimes a little bit more expensive, but here you can pick up plants for so cheap. Most of these plug plants, they are in little module trays in the shops. These are some aubergines and they're always under €1 per plant. These have got some lovely aubergine flowers on already, and sometimes you can get plants for 4 centimes. So yeah, it's nothing too crazy to do it this way. You get a bit less variety as well, but we've got some aubergines, some more melons, some green peppers. They didn't have any red ones, which are my favourites, and some more cucumbers. So the ones in the bags are always much cheaper, and then you can buy some more established plants, and these are normally more like €2 to €3, sometimes a bit more depending on what they are. So yeah, the garden is very overwhelming this year, but I feel like I've got the energy again to get back on top of it. Iwan's been clearing all the land, so I'm just going to see how much I can get done today. And yeah, there's lots growing, so I think we're going to be able to eat really well from it this year, but it is chaos. So let's see how we get on. The raised beds have definitely been a winner this year. They're just so much more manageable, and when you kind of don't have time to keep on top of things, they just get a bit less overgrown, as you can see. That is one of my garden beds back there. It is full of beautiful yellow flowers and oat straw grass, and I don't even know how to tackle it other than just ripping it all up. There is some onions in there. Onions have not grown particularly well this year with I think it's with the wet. Yeah, I've got a bed here full of them that are all just starting to go to seed. They've been in there for months and they're not getting any bigger. So not looking like a very good year for onions. But I've got 4 healthy looking aubergine plants here, so hopefully we'll get some of them. We love to roast them up with a load of other veg, courgettes. The 2 courgette plants in here are looking good.
cuckoo spit. And you can actually see, you can't because it's not focusing, a little spittlebug. What's this?
Hey.
It's actually looking really healthy.
Yeah, I think it's the only one that's survived.
Yeah. Big snail.
Iwan is making burgers for dinner, so I thought I'd go see if I can find some salad for us in the garden amidst all the weeds. It has really cooled down this evening, which is lovely, and it's quite a strange light. I think we have another Saharan dust cloud over us, which helps block the intensity of the sun. Doesn't help our solar panels all that much, but it's not too bad at the moment because it's not really hot enough that we're using the aircon a lot. which is what really drains our battery. I am excited to make a salad because I have not made one this year and it's one of my favourite things to do. But one of my big food aversions when I was really nauseous with morning sickness was all vegetables and salads, and I finally started eating tomatoes, and now let's try a salad and hope it doesn't make me feel sick. Hello, Joao. So we've got a few lettuce in here, surviving the heat. Don't know how much longer these will last because they tend to bolt when it gets really hot. Let's see what else, Joao. There's some onions hiding in here that are not growing, but maybe we could do a spring onion. Not even really thick enough for that. Just not growing. I don't know if it's all the rain or whether they've not had a proper cold period, because I know onions need that. But we'll pop you in. Got a bit of fennel leaf. Not too much, but just a bit adds a nice flavour. I always love to add flowers, and the pansies down here have done really well. I think they've enjoyed the rain. I don't know if any of you remember last year I wove some beds with the quince and some olive and some vines. And they have rooted, so that's probably not great for my garden, but I do really like having them here. But I probably need to come and cut them off. So it may just be lettuce, fennel and onion. Don't think there's much ready in here. The tomatoes are starting to turn, but I don't know, these two could be ready. Let's pick these two and see, because they might just be orange ones. Oh, and there's some basil. First tomatoes of the year. This one's a bit damaged, but it should still taste good. And some basil. A chilli in here. That's ready. I'll let you unpick it. I have no idea which chilli it is. Could be extremely spicy. But as soon as he picked all the chilies and planted them, I'll let him have the honour of picking that one. Oh, this basil smells amazing. I don't think there's much in this one. I've got lots of herbs, thyme, sage, oregano, some strawberries I need to come and get tomorrow, rosemary, or maybe a couple bits of lemon balm, lavender, lemongrass, and lots of roses, but nothing really for a salad, so it's going to be a small but sweet salad this evening. Not much, but feels good to be eating a little something from the garden.